welcome to this episode of The Oven. Tonight we'll be interviewing an interesting yet goofy fellow, my longtime friend David Regazzi. He's a very, very good guitar player. I've seen him firsthand grow as a singer and a player, for that matter. He's dabbled in classic rock, grunge, and even the blues as of recent. It's an interesting sound. Please join us as we talk inspiration, guitars, and the blues.
Ain't got no car, I just got paid. I got this stupid job and I've got my ways, and I know I ain't going very far. One thing is, the only thing holding me together is this guitar.
That was good as hell, to be honest. I was sitting there.
Oh, you still taping, bro? Am I just fucking off right now?
Yeah.
Alright, it's cool, it's cool.
Alrighty.
Are we doing 3, 2, 1 rolling, or are we just rolling right now?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then don't even look at the camera, man. Just me and you.
Yeah, because it's like kind of like an interview talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, not totally like an interview, man. We're just shooting the shit, kind of like we do normally every other day.
Yeah, there's no camera.
Yeah, basically.
There's no camera.
Yeah, there's no.
No, right now there's no camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, David, I missed you. I love coming over here, man. It's some of my favorite shit to do, to be honest. As of late, I haven't been doing a whole lot.
I know, but it's been a while since you and I have actually sat down.
Yeah, true. We only reconvened just like a couple weeks ago.
I think we could call it a month.
Oh
Or two.
Yeah, probably about a month or two.
You know, we started talking, and then we finally got together.
Where did we hang out again? Where did we re-meet? Well, first of all, for people who don't know, we're old friends from high school.
Honestly, dude, I think it was one of my bonfires this summer.
Oh yeah. True. Or no, probably one of Devin's. We have a friend.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend named Devin. Shout out to Devin. But yeah, we probably.
No, that was probably it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably hit Devin's house.
Yeah.
So we just heard a really interesting sound from you, sir. Very, very, probably unique and just catchy for sure. Mm-hmm. I liked it a lot. How long have you been playing guitar, man?
It's probably going on 10 years.
10 years now?
About, yeah.
Yeah, because we picked it up in the same music class. Like
yeah.
The very, very basics of it.
Yeah.
7th grade?
Correct.
Yeah, 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And you, what did you pick up from that class?
Well, obviously guitar.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You know,
yeah.
but what I picked up was just I feel like I had a knack for music. Just I liked it, listen to the radio. And then I got to the point where someone was teaching me to play an instrument that I could play those songs too.
What did he teach you, specifically?
Well, they started out playing chords, and I wasn't really capturing that.
Yeah, sure.
And then they introduced us to tab. For those who don't know, It is basically music notes, except it is numbers instead of black notes. Easier to read, really goes well, really, with guitar.
Yeah.
So basically, when I picked that up, I said an easier way to play guitar. I kind of just started learning. There's this kid in class who was pretty darn good, and he was playing songs, and I was like, I want to do that. So the first riff I ever learned, trying to being me, was "Smoke on the Water." 3 chords.
That's a first for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the first for me too. It was either that or the riff for
and then
Iron Man.
And then right after that was Eruption.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! This guy.
No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't Eruption. It was Understand Man by Metallica.
For those of you who don't know, Eruption is like what
ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous guitar solo done by Van Halen, arguably one of the
Eddie
best.
Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen.
His shoes are right here.
Shout out to Eddie Van Halen.
Shout out to Eddie Van Halen. Thanks for that.
So and then you self-taught, right?
Yes.
So
I'd say after that, no guitar lesson, just.
How long did that class run?
Learning. That class ran for about, the guitar section of it, I'd say ran for about 6 weeks.
Was that it? Wow, that was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, when we're young, it feels like forever.
Yeah, damn. It did feel like forever. It was only a 6-week course?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's crazy.
Instruments we learned too.
Because then we learned, the drums?
Piano.
And piano. We learned piano? I don't remember learning piano.
But anyways, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Self-taught. Going back to that question. Yeah, I am self-taught. I basically picked it up, started reading tab on my own, learning what it meant, how to form chords, and then just started playing all these covers. Man, I mean, just enjoying it like any beginner, being able to play these songs that big rock stars were playing. It's just an endorphin rush when you're a beginner player.
For sure.
So.
For sure. Yeah, and then
so that's what kept me motivated, and then got me to eventually writing my own songs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then kind of about that. So, for learning how to play on your own, did you stick with tabs or did you go off of like how'd you?
What happened was I was doing tabs for the longest time.
Okay.
And that's how I learned, and I started going to videos on YouTube.
Okay.
And then I started having to learn chords with playing acoustic more.
Yeah, true.
And I started memorizing the simple like 6 chords you can form on a standard guitar, the standard 6 chords, whatever you want to call it. This may sound really monotonous, but whatever.
Well, we have guitars here. Let's talk about a guitar real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
For those of you guys who don't know, this is a guitar. So
that's an acoustic guitar to be exact.
Exactly. See, this is why we're doing this. This is an acoustic guitar, very different from an electric guitar, or very different from a cigar box guitar, which is one of the things that David has.
We can touch on it.
Yeah, we can touch that on that a little bit later. But basically, you kind of want to go over this?
I'd love to go over this. Right here we have an acoustic guitar. This was actually sold to me by my music teacher in 7th grade who taught me guitar.
Wow, really?
Yeah. He was retiring.
Mr. Patterson?
Peterson?
Oh,
yeah.
So
He was retiring and he asked me if I wanted it, so I went home and begged my parents to death. I got this guitar for sale, $75. And like, you gonna play it? Well, yeah, I'm gonna play it,
That's crazy.
So I bought her,
Wow, this is his guitar?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then for my birthday every year, my parents would get new strings on it, so I didn't have to worry about that. I mean...
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to my parents for putting up with all my shit,
Wow, that is I didn't know that. That's news to me. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep. And
So
it's acoustic electric, can be plugged in.
Yep. So, and then what kind of sound do you usually play with that?
Acoustic is super universal. Like, you want to just sit around, you have an amp or anything, acoustic's the way to go. No matter where you are, it's good for almost any setting. You can write whatever songs you want on acoustic just about. Tuning, for me, it's both standard and like a slide guitar blues tuning. But basically, as of now, I mainly use it for the blues because of the hollow body, and through the amp, it gives that bluesy echo sound. Otherwise, honestly, I'm not going to pinpoint a certain genre or tuning I do use it for, because I do use it all the time universally. Like the current moment is being used for the slide.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair. All right, so then I do have another question now, which you kind of touched on before all of this, is so you're self-taught. Do you think a teacher is necessary?
Very much so.
Ooh, okay. All right, so let's talk about that a little bit.
It depends on one's bring up. People who grow up in musically talented families, I see they usually learn from an older sibling, a dad, handing down a guitar, drum set, whatever it may be. And then they proceed to do lessons, or they're just self-taught, picking it up from hearing it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I am self-taught, and I would not have it any other way.
Okay.
Personally, you can't sit my ass down and expect me to learn a certain guitar riff, song, in your time frame. Funny story, back in 8th grade when I took the second part of this course that we had, guitar, they picked up on again, and they wanted me to learn like hot cross buns and like jingle bells and all this lame shit I didn't want to play. So
there's a progression there for sure. Obviously, you gotta start somewhere though, and they,
But me reading tabs, I just started picking up. I wanted to learn at my own pace and my own mindset. Like
maybe
it's almost like ADD in a way.
Maybe you need an individual teacher then, a more
one-on-one. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
but I feel like I'm so stuck in my ways that I just taught myself, and I learned on my own time and on my own pace. without any money out of pocket, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy it that way too. But basically, as far as goes, do you think kids need a teacher? Yes. Get them some type of head start, some type of teaching, and then they'll take the path they choose if they want to go about learning themselves because they think they're decent enough or they think they can handle it or whatever their choice may be. Or if they want to be guided, let them be guided. It doesn't matter, but I'd definitely say at least start with a teacher.
True.
Teachers obviously have a job for a reason.
Yeah.
They're good at it.
Very underrated too.
Yep.
Shout out to the teachers.
So, yes, as far as your question goes, yeah, teacher is very well needed.
Okay.
Because it's learning.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and I don't think I think.
I'm a different case in a way, but once again, I was taught to start.
Yep, exactly. And I think maybe you should get a teacher, dude. What's wrong with getting a teacher? Van Halen has a teacher.
I mean, I'm stubborn.
Yeah, true. I'll get you out of that stubborn ways. I just think a teacher is necessary because they can always offer you that new perspective on something maybe you didn't quite. They just offer a new set of eyes and a new set of ears to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've
never been. I've been stuck in my ways for so long that
maybe
the teacher would never cross my mind.
Yeah, nah. Well, and then again, because that was way back when. I mean, maybe it's time to get some more one-on-one teacher who does know your skill set and can guide you from there. Just that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Because obviously, I'm not phenomenal. You can't use that word on me. But to each their own.
Damn good.
But pretty damn good. I'll take that. I'll take what I can get.
All right. So kind of. Let's talk about you, man. What's your story? I like how we kind of did go about that. Let's talk about inspiration instead, then, man. Who got you kind of through all this? What kind of got you going?
Inspiration.
What kind of got you going with all this?
Well,
look at you got 6 freaking guitars here.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Well, 8.
But
I can't count.
What got me my inspiration moving?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look back in my mind here. I'm gonna start off with I've got to say Leonard Skinner's "Sweet Home Alabama" is what fueled my motor to get started. That is probably one of the first full song plus solos that I learned on guitar.
Really?
I remember sitting in my room every night plucking the intro, do 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 do, and then I add a little riff in there, and I'd play that riff for another month trying to get that right. And then I never got bored of it because, I don't know, Sweet Home Alabama hit me in a way as a young kid before I even learned guitar. It's like, well, shit, I want to learn that song, so that's what my motive was. And I learned that song, and I started learning parts of other songs, but that's the one that got my motor turning.
Leonard Skinner's a pretty big inspiration then for you, man.
Oh my God, yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I love Skinner.
I have all their albums up on the shelf.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
Sweet.
Skinner's
awesome, dude. What's your favorite song by them? Oh, it's literally fucking.
Well, people say "Free Bird," "Sweet Home Alabama." I know everyone loves those songs.
Yeah.
But I'd have to dig one out that really touched me in many ways. And besides "Sweet Home Alabama," I'd have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with. "Don't Ask Me No Questions."
I don't know if I've ever heard that one. I'll have to take that one and listen.
You will. It was played on the radio once in a blue moon, but I caught that song one day and I found on an album and I'm just like, yeah, this is...
They got a lot of music, to be honest.
They do.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to jump ahead to high school.
Okay.
And somehow, I don't know what it was. Oh, Slash got me in this mindset of the 80s. I mean, Paradise City by Guns N' Roses was a song that I loved forever.
Classic.
In a time. Just the intro, it's just heartwarming, and then the heavy,
Yeah, dude,
everybody knows that.
Yeah,
So I learned that song, and then I said Slash. I started listening to Guns N' Roses all the time. I started liking them, and taking it all in. And I was all about Slash, and I was stuck in this 80s rock and roll phase back in high school. I was some hot shot or some shit. I look back now, I'm like, man, I was a douche. Yeah, that was probably me. But anyways, getting to the point, he did influence me a lot. I read articles, read up on him, his playing style. And then I just kind of told myself, I'm like, man, I'm really wrapped up about him. But there's so many other people out there, you know. And then one day, Nirvana and Kurt Cobain just hit me.
True, man.
A friend who played guitar was telling me about Nirvana and Come As You Are. And the first song I heard by Nirvana ever was Breed. That's not even a radio played song.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard that one.
It's off their Nevermind album. But then I got into Teen Spirit and all the hits.
Yeah, true.
And I started learning them. I'm like, oh, I love being able to like learn these songs. They're so...
Come As You Are is probably my favorite.
Yeah, and get that watery tone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting into Kurt Cobain, and like his playing style was simple chords.
Exactly.
And I could relate because I like keeping it simple, like bar chords, and just the simplicity, nothing sophisticated, not even the solos to their music. It was all a lot of people could play. And that's what wrapped me in, was like my songwriting at the time, and then, you know, getting in this grungy, you know, was just something I really connected with, and that's, you know, and so that's where that went. And then, so I was stuck in this rock and roll phase. Like, if it's not rock, it sucks. That's kind of my mentality back then. And
Guns N' Roses was your favorite one, for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your top three?
A top three?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't talked about my inspirations to give my third one. I mean,
well, I meant like top three in high school.
Top three in high school.
Yeah.
Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, and Skinner.
Oh, true.
100%. Yep.
True.
Those are the three.
I remember you in high school. That's all you preached.
Skinner,
sure.
man.
Skinner, man.
Skinner,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
So then, who's the third then? Who's your third inspiration?
That's the third.
Oh, that was your third?
Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, and Skinner.
Well, I meant not present day though.
Oh, present day.
Yeah.
I can name a few. Two.
Alright.
Basically, I'm gonna give you guys a story of the transition. At the end of my senior year, we had an art teacher named Mr. Dolan.
Oh, I love Mr. Dolan.
Probably one of the most badass teachers a student could have.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Dolan. I love you, Mr. Dolan.
We hope you see this shit because this is awesome.
I love you, Mr. Dolan.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
do. Shout out to you. So I was watching the Kennedy Center Awards, and Buddy Guy was just ripping the guitar apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, like, that guy's amazing, like, blues, like, who's this Buddy Guy you speak of? You know? So I went to school, and I was telling Mr. Dolan, like, because he played guitar, he was a musician himself, and it was pretty cool, he could chord and do and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, so Buddy Guy, I told him, and he's like, yeah, I got his greatest hits, and he, like, burned me a CD that day and handed it to me. I said, listen to the hits. I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that, you know? So I went home and started learning blues guitar, like the simple blues riff, that da 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 da, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and so had that going for myself. And then after I graduated, I was still through the grunge phase, you know, but I got into like R.L. Burnside, the older blues musicians, Muddy Waters.
I just started following
And here's
Muddy
where
Waters.
what?
I just started following Muddy Waters on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's got good stuff.
So here's where things took a really nice turn. I was on YouTube after like a night shift of work, just browsing R.L. Burnside. And I like to watch covers to see different people's takes on the song or songs by that artist.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side it says, Samantha Fish, Shake 'Em On Down, R.L. Burnside cover. I click on it. She has a cigar box guitar, 4 strings, just tearing this bluesy slide guitar to pieces. I'm like, damn, for a female, like, backstory, man, I never gave a shit about female artists, period.
Yeah,
I didn't
sure.
give a flying fuck. You know, so anyways, I'm like, damn. So I looked her up, and sure enough, she has tons of live videos. So I'm clicking, watching. I'm like, what? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is awesome blues. Like, just because it was a female, it hit me in a different way that
Going
I
on a
never
fish barrel.
had, like, a respect for that. I was sexist. I'll be honest. I was sexist. Man. And so...
At least you can admit it.
My buddy and I were jamming. My buddy from high school, we're jamming. He played drums. We jammed in my room. I'm like, dude, check this girl out I found. He's like, okay. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "What, dude? Is she coming to Wisconsin?" So we looked up the tour schedule. She was coming. And, went down and seen her. And she had an oil can guitar for one of her songs. And we went up to her afterward and we're like, well, asked her a story. It was from a fan. And I'm like, I want to get one of those. So on the way back home the next day, about a 2-hour trip from Cedarburg, we stop in Appleton. My buddy grabs a crappy guitar. That week, he grabbed an oil can from work, scrapped the guitar, and built his own oil can after that show. It inspired us so much.
Dang.
I then saved my money and I bought this oil can made by like more of a legit company, the only company that makes them.
Okay.
Shout out to Bohemian Guitars. So that would be them.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested, and I mean I could show them right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
This is the oil can guitar. Clearly made from an oil can. Custom neck. Usually people used to build these by themselves, and they'd take oil cans like WD-40 cans or cans from like motor shops, and they'd build their own. So it caught me is because the way it sounded when she played it, and it was just unique.
What kind of pickups do they put in there?
Any you want. You can find any.
Wow,
any
really?
Oil can with any pickups.
Oh.
Yep, they have different varieties.
Wow. Okay.
Different colors. Different tones, you name it.
So fully customizable, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can send in custom orders.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
So then I got the oil can, and then I wanted a cigar box, which then I proceeded last year to custom order this from a builder in New York. It's basically a cigar box like you'd find in a tobacco store. You then put the wiring of the guitar pieces and the neck on, and this one has been professionally built.
It's a nice box, too.
Yes. So basically, a lot of my blues inspiration started off with Buddy Guy, R.L. Burnside, and Samantha Fish.
And we just saw Samantha Fish.
Yeah, we did Sunday night.
I
took this guy down. We went down to Milwaukee.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Let's talk about that for a little bit. Man,
yeah.
She's got such a vibe to her, too.
It's her stage presence, too.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't expect someone to, I'd call her the female Stevie Ray Vaughan.
And I could argue with
which is another one of my top faves.
Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, dude. Yeah.
Arguably one of the best blues players there were.
And he wasn't even at his prime yet.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He was opening for Clapton.
Man, could you imagine where he'd be now? Man, that'd be crazy.
I wouldn't want to know. That'd be too much to handle that we could have potentially had.
Right?
Even Kurt Cobain, there's rumors of him breaking up and he would have had a solo career.
Oh, that would have been nuts, too.
But anyways, back on this.
Yeah, back.
The show, phenomenal.
Yeah,
like always. That would be my third time seeing her.
Yeah, it was crazy and they're very, very down to earth people. We got to actually meet pretty much everyone from the band. And,
even the opening band.
Yeah, even the opening band. What's her name again?
They're Mojo Perry, straight from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Perry, exactly.
The Mojo Perry Band.
Yeah, and I met Mojo Perry and his drummer, and they're both very, very nice.
Very nice guys, shaking hands, just having a time like we were best of friends that night.
Yeah, it was crazy. They're just very down-to-earth people. It was just overall great experience. And thank you for that, because that was my first real exposure to like the blues scene like that. So that was pretty cool, man.
And the thing is, Samantha Fish has gotten so dynamic that they don't know what kind of label to put on her music anymore.
Really?
Yeah, even the Rolling Stone. Or not. It's like, they're like, oh, blues, pop, rock, country. Like, it's just all just, if anybody's interested, check her out. Yeah. Samantha Fish.
She's definitely worth the click, for sure.
For sure. And basically, I think the coolest thing is when you can go up to her and talk to her.
Yeah, and that was really cool.
Shaking hands with one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah, and she's really just down to earth about it, too. And she's just like she tries to be treated as a regular person. She's very humble, too. Yeah. Downplays herself, for sure.
Yeah, she did. Oh, man. Let's not discuss that. I'm mad for talking about that.
Yeah. But, all right, man. And then I think we're going to wrap this up. I just got one question for you, man. In your own words, how does what you do improve the overall quality of life for you and then for others as well?
Are you talking musically?
Yeah, I'm talking about you playing guitar. Talking about just anything you're kind of doing like creatively.
Mm-hmm. How does it impact me and others?
Yeah. I can ask it again. In your own words, how does playing guitar improve the quality of life not only for you but also others?
Okay, I'll start with myself and then I'll move on to others.
Okay.
For me, it is an escape. from the bullshit in this world, the fucked up world we live in. I come home from a long day at work, whether it had been an easy or hard day, and as I come up here, I sit down and I pick up one of my six strings. It's just that feeling of relaxation, of peace. And then I sit down, I just start strumming, whatever I'm into, and writing songs, because it's just putting your thoughts on paper and just telling the truth is what songwriting is. It's a relief. The world doesn't fucking exist to me when I have a guitar in my hands, type of deal.
True.
It's just my way of escaping. Not really escaping, but set myself free.
Yeah.
And that's how it impacts me. That's what music does for me. I can sit down and just listen to music, play music. It's all the same in the long run for me.
Okay.
How does music, or does my music impact other people?
Not just music.
Music in general, how do I think it impacts other people?
Yeah, and how do you think playing guitar could impact other people?
You could use it the same reason I do, as an escape.
Okay.
It's basically my state of complete happiness.
Okay.
For other people, they can do the same, obviously. Like any other hobby, painting, working on cars, whatever hobby people have out there, that's their kind of escape, or for some it may be. And, I encourage everyone, kids, adults, if you want to learn an instrument, do it. What's stopping you?
Yeah.
What's stopping you? You might like it, you might not. It might be for you, it may not. If worst comes to worst, man, anybody can play the triangle. But
I always got the recorder out there, right?
Yeah, right. So, it's basically, yes, I encourage getting involved in music, because of how happy it makes me feel. I love to see that way as it influences other people, whether it be through me or through themselves learning, or teachers, or people supporting them. Yes, just, if you want to learn an instrument, there's nothing holding you back. Go for it.
Right on, dude.
Don't let anybody sit there and say you can't, because the only one failing would be them. You don't let anybody control you. You want to do something out there, this is my word of advice to everybody, go do it. I'm not going to be 50 years old, having regrets. I wish I did this, I wish I didn't do that. It's like, no, I'm young, 22 years old, I want to go out and do it now.
Exactly.
And for people out there, same for you.
Right on. And then I just want to end it with stay inspired, everyone. Find that creative outlet. Create something. Work that left brain a little bit. Stay inspired. And that's all I have. Thank you so much, David. I had a lot of fun. We should do this again sometime, and hopefully have you on a future episode, man.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be more to come,
Yeah, for sure, man.
Definitely.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I ain't got no car, I just got paid. I got this stupid job and I've got my ways, and I know I ain't going very far. One thing is, the only thing holding me together is this guitar.